Hey everybody, welcome back to JT 4x4 Off-Roading. Today we are going to be upgrading our dash cam game to the WOLFBOX G900 Tri-Pro. If you're looking for a dash cam that can assist you on the trail and getting over obstacles, this is the dash cam for you. We're going to use that third camera, place it on the front bumper so we can see all the obstacles that we're approaching. Let's see what we get in the box. All right, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. Let's see what we're getting in here. Package really nice. So you can see here you got your front 4K camera, rear 2.5K, and you got your bumper cam, which is that 1080p. And if you've watched our channel before, I did place one of these on our Chevy Colorado, and it was absolutely awesome. I actually used the bumper cam as an underbody cam. But considering that this Jeep doesn't have a front camera, I want to get a front camera up here so we can see everything. So that's pretty sick. Beautiful packaging. They did a great job with that. This kind of just shows you what you got up there, everything on the camera. That's its diagram, its layout. You got your really nice, large 12-inch display here, which is pretty sweet. Put that off to the side a second. Pull that out. So this is actually a license plate mount that you can use, and we'll double check if we can actually use this one. That would be for the bumper camera, for the rear camera, but we might actually maybe I think in certain vehicles it sits too high. It either bumps up onto like the bumper or the tailgate hits it, so we may or may not use it. You got a user manual. Those are always good to have. You're gonna have all your boxes, so you have your bumper cable, rear camera cable, and rubber straps for the camera itself. The rear camera cable is plenty long for the Jeep, plenty long for a pickup. You're going to have a ton of extra wire. Just routing this underneath away from any heat is our goal. And then you got your power supply, your 1080p, your cam, and then some cable clips if you need to secure those clips inside. And then you got your GPS, 2.5K rear camera tool, and just a couple of accessories in here that we're going to take a look at real quick. I'm going to keep everything in this box because I don't want to lose everything. So you're going to get your camera, your GPS to mount in upright position, and then here you get just a couple different sticky 3M stickies in case you need to relocate or anything. These are great to save, and then a couple different mounting options here with the little brackets just in case you need to also change them up. And then just to show you here, you're going to get, today we're doing a cigarette lighter install just to keep it quick and simple. This is going to be a really quick and simple install. And this is going to be your 1080p camera. So this is going to be the waterproof variant of that camera, which is really nice. We're going to be putting that on the front bumper so we can see everything going where we need to go. And then you've got all your cables and stuff in there. So we're going to go ahead and hook up the mirror camera first, and then we're going to go ahead and figure out how we want to run our rear camera, and then we're going to figure out how we're going to run that front camera up. So let's check it out. Just to add in here, this is your rear camera cable, your power cable, and your bumper here is going to get that waterproof cabling that you can run underneath the vehicle, outside the vehicle, wherever you need it. And of course you've got the different straps here to secure this camera onto your vehicle. There is also an optional mount that you can actually take. You can attach this to an actual rear camera mount instead of putting this, like strapping it around your existing camera. They actually sell a mount for this to replace the entire thing, like making it look almost like stock. So that's a good option too. Probably the easiest part of the install. Don't forget to pop that off, that camera lens. And if you can see here that actually it fits really secure, which is really nice. Let me see here. So this is the only thing I seen that was ever an issue with a large camera is when you, in the Jeep, when you try to put your visor down, it's gonna hit this. So if you were to buy the mount, it would maybe eliminate this how it sticks out. But because this is 12 inches long and these are designed to have basically a stubby one, and that's close. Look how close this is. So that's just something you need to live with. It's really not a big deal. But again, just something to consider, something to live with. I'm just going to change these straps around real quick to the top, just so it's easier for us to wrap it around. So that's nice and secure right there. If you need these tighter, which I might actually go to that second one there, just to, oops, get that nice and tight. Oh yeah, that's tight. That is not gonna vibrate and it's not going nowhere. And so install's that easy. It is up and good, but again here, the passenger, depending, you know, if you actually have this where it needs to be, passengers will clear it, driver's side will not. So, you know, with that, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get this wired. I'm going to speed this video up. I'm probably going to be in the way, but I'll show you exactly how I wired this right after I get it all cleaned up. So basically, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to hook this to the power up top. And if you want, you can run this line up over this. What I did last time is, honestly, since I can't really use my sun visor, I actually stuck it like this. So we know what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna run this over here, up here real quick. I swear I'm gonna speed this video up right when I'm done jabbering at you guys. Okay, so this is kind of what I did. I kind of stuck it up here for the last time because it doesn't, honestly, I'm not really going nowhere with it. I'm not really going to use the sun visor, and you can adjust this, and then all you got to do is grab your trim tool and let's start getting it in here. See how that kind of just goes right in, and then we follow it down. Behind there. And then all I'm going to do is unbuckle these. Literally going to go underneath my toes. That goes there, just like that. Okay guys, so we've got the rear camera hooked up. I ran it above here. I jumped this line down here, and I'm gonna try to show you. I've got it leading, you see that hole out there? Okay, so where that's leading is right here through this grommet. I've got a little rubber grommet, and that is a port down there inside of the vehicle. Now the reason I'm doing that is because this is where I think I'm putting it. I'm going to put the camera right here. So we're going to mount that camera where it kind of sits like that. I was thinking license plate bracket, but it would sit kind of low. So I'm thinking that we can just go ahead and zip that in there just like that. Of course, I'm going to readjust it. I'm going to look at the camera angles, but I'm going to get the wire routed so I can get it down up underneath, and it can kind of hang out where the winch wires are here. And that's how we're going to do that one. But I also need to push the rear camera also through that grommet because the grommet's very tight right now the way I have it. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to just kind of figure this out as we go, and I'm going to just walk you through how I decided to do it so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time in the video, so I can get you a straightforward install the way I did it, the way I routed it, and I'll do a complete walkthrough for you. So we're going to figure out how we're going to get this wire down here, and then I'll talk you through it. Okay guys, we're going to go ahead and at least start this real quick. Let's get this off. super nice, super nice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the car on. That should light us up here. We should be seeing the WOLFBOX come on. WOLFBOX. Okay, we're gonna choose English. We're mid-Atlantic. I mean, technically, right? We're not worrying about that camera. Okay, so cool. Okay, so I might need to move that a little forward. Let me do this. So we're gonna go into settings real quick. You're gonna go into flip, extra, on, flip it. So that is where I've got it, guys. So see how you can move this up and down? So you can kind of see how that is showing there. So I do like it, but you see how you got the lights right there? I guess that's not like a huge deal, but let's go see if we can just arrange it a little better. Let's double check. I'm gonna show you what I got going here. All right, so we've got it running from here, underneath here, down beside the light. Want to keep it away from the fans, away from the heat, right? And then what this does is I just slipped it behind here. If you can see right there, ran it right here, right by the winch, and that's where I've got that camera located. So what I'm thinking is, let me just bring this up real quick. I'm thinking, what if because I have that here, right? What if I just bring this forward to the very forward most position? Oh gosh, I'm just using some tape right now. Like this. Obviously it's not perfect. Let me see if that brought us where we need to be. Little better. So let's just see, because most of the time we're gonna have it like that. So obviously I need to kind of perfect it. So, but I think I like the position there. And then of course, let me see, here, you guys stay in here a second. And y'all tell me, it's just not gonna work. And y'all tell me if, because I'm gonna reposition it real quick. I'm gonna try to make, because remember this is a front cam, so I need it to sit facing kind of towards the ground. Now that is as far towards the ground as it'll go right now. So what if I change that? Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. And I say that just because now I can see everything in front of me. And of course, this is the 4K camera, which is like super clear. But this 1080p looks pretty good too. So let's go ahead and get that mounted. And I also want to, I also need to get the rear mounted. So I also got to do the same thing with this wire. So that wire needs to come up through here on the rear as well. So let's get that mounted through there. Okay guys, we got all these cameras mounted up. I did zip tie it up there. You guys may not be happy with that. I think for now, since I'm really not using the sun visor, because I use either hat and sunglasses, you know, I'm okay with it running right there. I can secure them better later. I did have one secured up here earlier. I may end up doing that if I wanted to push it up, but I'm not sure. For now, I think that's fine right there. I can always change it. I've got it run nicely here. You really can't even see it in the seams here. They're all going up out there. Cluster mess, right? So this is the rear wire, and we are going to shoot it straight down there along this side, up over this fender wall. Underneath, we're going to shoot that wire up through here, And I think I'm I'm gonna put it somewhere over here because the door opens, right? So I'd like to have one that's just stationary. I may actually end up just sticking it up underneath here and then just zip tying it there, but it might be a little loose. I don't know. So we're gonna have to double check. Could just 3M tape it right here because I know their 3M tape is actually pretty freaking phenomenal. I just don't want it to interfere with these parking sensors. We could just end up going straight off the back because, well, I guess we'll have to see how, no, that tire just sits kind of in the loop, so that actually might work. So we're just gonna probably do it that way. And then we're gonna get all this wire cleaned up, and then tentatively we have that sitting right there. So pretty easy install. Let me follow back up with you. Let me get this all cleaned up, all ready to go, so I can show you how and what is the best way to do this. I'm just doing it the simplest, easiest way, the path of least resistance with the wiring. So I'm gonna keep it out of any heat, away from any fans. We're gonna shoot this down and out to the back, and then once we get to the back, we'll turn the camera on and we'll see kind of where we wanna put it, where we wanna angle it and stuff like that, okay? So stay tuned. Okay guys, I think we got it kind of figured out. So let's check this out. Preparing. That's our rear. Okay, we got our front. We got our 4K front, our 1080p bumper, and then this is our rear. So let's just check out our rear. So that's where I've got it. Gosh, that's a great field of view. To be honest with you, I think I'm just gonna 3M tape it right there. So let me actually show you guys where I have these positioned real quick. So, just for your essay, I've got that wire run down here. And then, just so I can show you, I'll be zip tying this wire just above the rockers, the rocker sliders. They're above, so it's going to be all the way up here. I decided to route it above. So basically it goes through here, up underneath here. It's going to be clear. Anywhere you get close to this, just buy some heat shield tape and you'll be fine. But we're plenty far away from this. And then let me shoot over there and I will show you. Oh gosh. Here. Okay. So this goes up and around here. I'll put some heat shield tape on this here. Up into this area here. And then I'm just coming up out of the bumper. Okay, y'all, so we have a winner. When it was over here, it was kind of seeing part of the tire. Obviously, it makes more sense to keep it center. So we're gonna keep it center just like that. Yeah, I think that's gonna work out good because the other wires go through here. I mean, I guess I could put it right here and just run the wires through the door. Just set it on top of this one. But I think we're just gonna keep it there so I don't ever have to move anything and keep it really, really simple. So let's go ahead, we're gonna wrap these wires up and I'm gonna give you a final walkthrough.
Hi guys, so my husband is wrapping up everything. So he's still installing the back camera. So you think that it's not gonna hit or anything there?
Nah,
Okay.
I looked at putting it like up here, but this is in the way. This might jiggle and vibrate if I put it onto this.
Right.
So it was best just to put it under the steel bumper.
Right.
I don't think the camera's gonna get hit.
Did you already show them what it looks like?
Yeah, but not this updated.
Okay. Do you want me to show them?
Yeah, you can walk it through real quick.
Okay, let's go, guys. Let's see. So I'm gonna show you.
You might want to close the door, it'll keep beeping.
Okay. Look at that, nice. So that's the 3 cameras. So this is the front camera, I think. That's the upper part. The lower one is the front. And this one is the back camera. So he's still working on it. But look how clear it is. This is really good when we go to the trail and then do some wheeling and off-roading, guys. It will capture good shots.
Okay guys, so we got it finished and I just want to show you the final product and how I routed everything. Pretty quick. So, mounted the camera there. Their tape is really good. I just wrapped the wires in here. It kind of just runs here. It looks disorganized, honestly, but it's not too bad. That comes up underneath here, right here. I've got the extra wires kind of taped off, and then of course it goes through the grommet. The rear camera drops all the way down through the bottom here. Like we shown before, it goes all the way underneath here, up over the wheel well. And just to show you real quick, I've got everything secured right there. And my rear camera's there. I tried a couple different areas. This seemed to be the most suitable. So what I'm gonna do is, let's go ahead and put this up real quick. So I want to show you this real quick, how I got it. Let's just start the car real quick. So you can kind of see in here, really no wires. I gotta trim that. Everything's good. GPS is just hanging up over there. WOLFBOX. All right. So I really see how that's way nicer. The lights aren't in the way. Everything is really, really nice there. Let me see here. Huh. Oh, sorry. I might have... So here's the front cam. So that's our 4K. Our rear view cam, really, really nice, guys. I really like that. I really like the position. And you can still go up and down with these cameras if you don't like the angle. The important part is just getting it centered. And this is our front bumper camera, our waterproof camera. So we can bring this all the way down almost to the ground, looking at the ground where it's angled. And you can see I can pretty much angle it all the way up to look out on the trail as well. And then again, you have your 4K here, which is the really nice wide view. And then you have all 3 of those cameras. So, all right guys, so here's the 4K front. Just keep in mind for these videos, it is raining, so the windows and the cameras might be a little blurry just from the rain hitting them. But this thing is going to be awesome on the trail, and if you live in Virginia, you need a camera. This is the 1080p bumper cam that you can also use as an underbody camera. We decided to put it on the bumper. This is the perfect angle. I can angle it down, I can angle it up, and it's just an added point of view for the front since this Jeep doesn't have one. And we have the 2.5K rear, and this thing is super wide and it's super clear. And we really, really love this WOLFBOX G900 Tri-Pro. It's got everything you would need for a dash cam. When you're looking at it, I think the WOLFBOX G900 Tri-Pro is probably the best one that you can get. This thing is awesome. If we don't want to put this here anymore, we can always put it underneath as an underbody camera like we did with the Chevy. There's so many different things you can do with it. But guys, for the money, the G900 Tri-Pro is bar none the best camera system out there for individuals like me who like to have fun, off-road, go wheeling, and enjoy the trails. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope this kind of helped. If you got a Jeep, this is one way to do it. I know there's a ton of ways to skin a cat. You could have done this a different way. I just wanted to do it quick, easy install. It's very seamless. The hardest part is just getting things zip tied up and secured so you can get back on the trail. So thank you for watching, everyone, and God bless.